wake up and smile, 'cause it's been a while. It's been like a whole day since I stopped, so you could hold me. This child awaits, strong in the faith. Lord, you are the refuge that I can't wait to get to, 'cause I can't let a day go, can't let a day go. Ooh, there's something about the way your sun shines on my face. It's a love so true, I can never get enough of you. This feeling can't be wrong. I'm about to get my worship on, take me away. It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day, y'all.
It's a beautiful day.
Good afternoon. Yes, it is a beautiful day here in Dallas, Texas. Welcome to Face to Face with Gerald and Regina, where we give a different perspective on real life issues with transparency. And if you want exposure, because I'm going to put that up there now. Do you want exposure?
Exposure.
Do you need exposure?
If you need exposure, listen, don't hesitate to reach out to us. That's the only way that we're going to know that you need exposure. If you have a business, you got a book, you got a story you want to tell, or if you want to talk about your ministry, or if you just need us to run a commercial for you, please don't hesitate to reach out to us and let us know. Now, what I will tell you is if you do not have a flyer or anything like that, good pictures to help build the flyer, reach out to us and let us know that as well. We can help you out with that. We can help you out with that for just a small fee. Just a little small fee, and I promise you, I'm not going to take your lunch money. All right? I'm not going to take your lunch money. So, we ready to get you going, and we want to try to see what we can do to pump you up. All right? Let's get it going.
Amen. So, and on that flyer, if you would like to get in contact with us, you can go on our Facebook page and you can inbox us, or you can email us at glperson76@gmail.com, or Face to Face Podcast 21. So it's Face and number 2 Face Podcast 21 at gmail.com. And then also we have our YouTube page, and I want to keep neglecting our YouTube page.
Yes.
Please subscribe, like, and share. And I do believe we do go. I think my pastor's seen that. We do go live. So please, ma'am, sir, please support us. And I also want to say again, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for you coming into the comments. Thank you so much for you just coming on the podcast. We've been having some really, really good topics. And the topic that we have today, I'm excited about. It's a good one. It's why do men have trust issues? Mm-hmm. Why do men have trust issues? And I am so excited. What are men today? Our men of God.
Yeah.
So I'm about to turn it in the hands of Gerald, and we about to get this thing going.
Yes. So as y'all see, I have somebody in the studio with us.
Yes.
He's a very powerful man of God. He's not only a man of God, he is my friend. It's not too many times that I can say that I have real good friends. Amen. Somebody that I really consider a best friend, somebody who I hold him really close and near to dear to my heart. If I don't talk to him, days and days at a time, I reach out to him and say, man, what's wrong, man? What's up, man? You all right, man? Where you at? What's going on? Did I do something? Did I say something crazy? But he's a really good friend of mine, and I'm just going to kind of back up and kind of let him introduce himself.
Hey guys, my name is Tremaine Johnson, also known as Pastor Trey. I serve the Dallas community as a youth pastor at the Altar Exchange Church, also through my independent ministry, TM Johnson Ministries, where we focus on the health and development, the mental development of boys and men. There's definitely a lack of that in our community. So God has called me to higher heights through working with the brothers. So I'm excited about that. If you want to reach out to me, you can look me up on Facebook. It's Tremaine Johnson on Facebook. Or if you want to go to my Facebook group page, it's TM Johnson Ministries.
Yes. I was just about to ask you that. How can they get in touch with you for like ministry engagements and stuff like that?
Well, see, he on it, so.
No, you good. Go for it.
Good.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. So, all right. Well, let me move out the way then, because we got this hot topic, and they want to hear what we got to say.
Why do men have trust issues? So
Yeah.
you can go ahead. You can start it
know,
off.
I believe, men have trust issues, and it's, and I'll say this, when I met Tremaine and Anson, he couldn't be with us today. He was going to attempt to be with us, but he had some personal stuff that he needed to take care of that needed our podcast, that needed his attention more than Face to Face podcast show did. So, I was like, nah, man, go take care of that, because home is your first ministry.
That's right.
And as at the end of the day, face to face, we're not going anywhere, no time soon. So, I think it's a lot of men, they have trust issues because of, childhood trauma. They have trust issues because of stuff that they've seen people do, and it caused them to not to have, being able to trust somebody from relationships on down, from their wife, from family members, mishandling them, as churches, mishandling them, and it's a lot of times, us as men, we don't want to talk about it, we want to hold it in. We want to deal with it ourselves, stuff like that, and it causes a man to be able to get the fullness that they need out of any relationship, because number one, I got trust issues.
That's right.
If I got trust issues, if I can't trust you, I'm not gonna let my guard down. I'm not gonna show you my whole hand. I'm gonna show you half of my hand.
You holding everything.
You withholding.
Yeah.
And I say, and if you know that I know, and I'm pretty sure Tremaine knows this, he understands this, pressure will bust a pipe.
Yeah.
Pressure will bust a pipe.
Yeah.
And it's just, as men, we have to be able to provide provided a safe place.
Yes.
And here, y'all, one of y'all can go ahead. You want to take it? Go ahead.
Yeah, brother, you were talking about a safe place, and for me, I'm hesitant to open up and to really trust people, because I don't ever feel like I do have a safe place. As a young black man, I'm already fighting against the world.
And you're saying you feel like this now?
I feel like this now.
Now, okay.
And I felt like this a lot of life, period.
Wow.
As a young black man, you always have to be on guard. And then to have your own race and your own sex not to support, not to hold you up.
Yeah.
It makes it extremely hard for you to be open and trusting. When I first met Gerald, I was really upfront with him and told him, like, man, listen, I got issues with guys.
Yeah, he told me
I
that.
don't trust guys.
Yeah.
And I was very transparent with him, and I told him, I said, man, that goes back to stuff that I dealt with in my childhood. I've been dropped so many times by people who have the best of intentions, but their intentions and their follow through wasn't the same. So I've had male mentors, I've had men in my life, but they never followed through.
Yeah.
I went through an organization back home, the West Bank Community Boys Chorus, and they had a good thing going. Mentorship. They would take us to do different things, and then all of a sudden it just stopped.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It just dropped. And there was no accountability to why it stopped.
Oh, wow.
So here I am as a young black boy in New Orleans, the murder capital of the world at the time, and maybe still is, trying to figure out life without a father in my home. And the people who I looked up as mentors have now all of a sudden vanished. So who can I trust?
Yeah.
Nobody. Yeah. I mean, he told me straight up, back to what he was saying, he told me straight up, and I'm just being transparent about it. He told me straight up, hey, bro, I'm going to tell you right now, you do something stupid or you say something stupid or you start acting sideways, I'm out.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I'm out,
please
bro.
don't, like,
I'm
deuces.
out.
No, I mean.
I'm out. I'm telling you, hey, bro, I got to go. I'll holler at you later.
Yeah.
I'm out, man.
Yeah.
Because he told me straight up in so many words, man, I don't have time for, stuff like that in my life. I just don't have that kind of space in my life for ignorance. He told me straight up, and I could have done one or two things: either respect what he said, or either just do something stupid. But that's not my character to be just doing silly stuff. And go ahead.
No, I the question, because you already said it. One of the questions, and you answered it, was a lack of a father figure. So many times, it's always the women.
Yeah.
You a single parent.
Yeah.
And we understand that. But we're the ones that stayed. We didn't leave.
Yeah.
So you just answered that. So a lack of a father figure. Do you feel that a lack of a father figure that plays with having trust issues?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Definitely.
Of course.
And let me say this too also. You said about mothers. For a boy, that is the first person that he is in love with. He loves his mother to no end. And there are times that mothers really tear down their sons.
Yep.
I think one of the worst things that a mother can say to her son is to not cry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Be
one
quiet.
of
Be
the
quiet.
worst things.
Be quiet. Don't cry. That's crazy.
You a boy. Don't cry. Why you responding like that? You a boy. That's feeding toxicity into your son.
Yes.
And what
It
that
is.
does later on is that it forms something within us that tells us that we cannot express the emotions that we feel. And like Gerald said, a pipe under pressure bursts.
Yeah.
That's why I feel that's why the suicide rate amongst black men are so high because we have nowhere to turn to.
Yeah.
I was watching something yesterday, and it talked about how black men we basically don't have any allies in the workplace.
Wow.
And a lot of us don't have friends. We have colleagues, we have people who we talk to, but we don't necessarily have friends.
Wow.
And it, to me, it
That
goes
you can
back,
confide in.
Right, yeah. I mean, it goes back to that broken home.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a lot of times, us as men, let's just face it and let's talk about real facts. He's a pastor. I'm a prophet. All right. A lot of people hold us here, and sometimes we're not even there. Sometimes we're here.
Yeah.
Right.
And they don't know it.
And they don't know it
Yeah.
because they think we're strong all the time. Because that's because of the portrayal that men get. You're supposed to be strong all the time. Stop crying, man up, and stick your chest out and toughen up. Well, sometimes I don't want to be tough.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm not. I'm weak as a limb on a tree. I mean, I'm weak as a limb on a tree, and I don't have it sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
And when I don't have it, because I know him and he knows me, we've grown to the point to where I can just discern. I know what's up.
Yeah.
Let me just start praying, or let me reach out to him. What's up, man?
Yeah.
But for the most part, men they don't have that that opportunity to be weak. You don't have that opportunity to be weak. You don't have that place where you can be, vulnerable. You don't have, because I mean, and I mean, no, I better not say that, because you just
it.
no, I ain't finna get in trouble when I get home. No, because I mean, us as men, we don't supposed to be emotional. We don't supposed to be emotional. We don't have that emotional space, because sometimes I'm talking about me. I can be real sensitive. Sometimes I'm more sensitive than my wife.
Yeah.
And brother, that's okay.
And it is okay.
That's okay. I think we forget, and just to kind of tie it back biblically, that a woman came from a man.
Yeah.
When I say that, that means that if a woman came from a man, then we share the same desires and the same needs. Just like a woman needs emotional support and she needs to be told that she's loved and she's cared for. Men, we need the same thing.
We need the same thing. We need the
Yeah.
same thing.
And I think we forget that because we have been so programmed that men are not supposed to express their feelings. You kind of, suck it up, deal with it. Even in relationships, when you open up, when I open up to you as my girl, I'm not expecting you to throw my vulnerability back in my face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're supposed to be the person that I can be the safest with, and I can be vulnerable with. But when I see that, I try to open up and I start to share things with you, and it comes back up in arguments or it comes back up in conversation later. That shuts me completely down.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna say this before I pass it to you, and I'm gonna talk right into the camera. Listen, this is what this is what we need from everybody that's watching right now, and because I'm looking at the comments and the comments are full. This is what we need from y'all right now. Y'all help us with this. If you know any man that's dealing with something or anything, y'all please like, tag, and share because I'm gonna share some other stuff. And for those of you that's watching out of town or other states and other countries and stuff like that, y'all do the same thing. Please like, tag, and share because I want to share some other things that we got coming up and real soon. And I'm gonna need your help. Go ahead.
Yeah, and everything that both of you guys are saying are real good. I know, and I'm just coming back to my household with my dad. Manly man, 100%.
Man's man.
Man's man.
Yeah.
Everything. My mom didn't have to work for a minute,
Yeah.
But I just remember in our household, my brother, like I would see my father get emotional.
Yeah.
My brother would get emotional. So I have two sons. I have a 36-year-old. People are like, yeah, 36. And then I have an 18-year-old. And I allow them, and this is just me as a parent, as a female, as a mom, to be outspoken. To like my son, he'd be like, "Ma, could you get out my face?" I'm like, "Nah, I know there's something wrong. Talk to me."
Yeah.
Gregory, my oldest, he tell me everything. I'm like, dude, that's too much.
He said, bro, I don't even want to know. I don't want to
Did
know.
he just say that to me? But
I don't want to know that. He said, all right, man, been there, done that.
Right.
If I got the ticket, I was good at it. But you telling me too much. This one, he don't tell me
I
nothing.
was like, dang, Gregory. But I had that outlet for him to do that, for both of them to do that. But with him, he just told me everything. I was like, okay. But with Ricky, I can sense it, and that's where the discernment come in.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, hey, what's going on? And then I have to keep going in his room. You okay?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
with me, they call me Mama Deuce. You good?
Yeah.
You good, Ricky? And then he'll, nah, man. And I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So I know I do feel as a woman, speaking just for my, I do feel that more women do need to be more positive and build up. Not build a bear, but just encourage.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that builder, bro, in a minute.
But encourage, like, hey, you're
Yeah.
doing a good job, babe. You're doing a good job.
Of course.
I like when you do this, just
Yeah.
to encourage. But I've done that with my sons.
Yeah.
And because the door was open because of my dad. And I do pray that more women, they do that, with their husbands, or even if they're dating someone, just to encourage them,
Yeah.
just say something positive. Like I'm pretty sure, men come home, they want to hear, how was your day?
Yeah.
Oh, your day went well? Oh,
Yeah.
come over here. Let me give you a back rub or whatever.
Something. Well,
that's-
I ain't gonna get X-rated. Why don't you sit right here and do this? How about that? I'm married. That's for married folk. That's for married folk. Now, you ain't married. You don't need to.
Right.
Oh Lord, I wish I could say what I want to say. But I know we got a lot of saved folks, and I want to respect that. But yeah. So answer this question right there. That is one of that question right there, Tremaine.
How do men open up to a woman he loves when she's been hurt too? All right, so we kind of had this discussion prior to the show. We go into relationships with this 50-50 mindset. Here's a problem with 50-50. You're bringing half of yourself into the relationship, right? So if you're bringing half of yourself into the relationship, that means that there's still a damaged half of you. So in order for you to be able to grow in a relationship or even talk to your spouse, woman, man, whatever, you both have to be whole.
Yes.
Because
Of course.
I can't be whole and you're broken, because my wholeness and your brokenness they're gonna clash.
It's gonna clash.
It's gonna clash because I'm gonna be trying to talk sense to you, but
Yeah.
you were looking through lenses of somebody who's hurt and broken.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll never get to that place. So I guess to answer that question, you both need to work on being healed.
Yeah.
And what that work looks like, it may be a psychiatrist. It may be
Yeah.
sitting with your pastor. Here's the thing: mental health is important.
Yes.
And it does not make you weak as a man to reach out for the help that you need.
It doesn't. It doesn't. So, did you have some questions before I get ready
Yeah.
to say what I was going to say? Go ahead.
Because everything that I have, because he just said something that
Yeah.
I got another question. So, and this is just for black folk, period. Yeah, I said it. Just men and women. Why don't men trust to seek professional help?
Go ahead. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Y'all made me get up and start running.
Because it requires us to be vulnerable.
Exactly.
Okay.
And like I said, there's really no place for us to be vulnerable because, and it may be purely mental for us, but we feel like we always have to be on guard.
Yeah.
And because I'm on guard, I'm not about to sit on somebody's couch and tell them how I feel.
Yeah.
But that's speaking from somebody that's been broken. I've been through therapy.
Yeah.
And I will say therapy has helped.
Yes.
And therapy has what it has done for me is put a mirror in my face so that I can actually see me.
Yeah.
And see what it is that I'm going through, because sometimes as a man, it's easier just to sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you never address it until you address it. And when you address it, it's futile. You blow up. And it's ugly, and it's sometimes no coming back from it.
And it's a lot of times when you hold a man accountable, it feels like control. It feels like control when a man is being held accountable.
Yeah, okay.
When he don't want to be held accountable,
Bruh.
it can feel
Like, yeah.
when
'cause
he
I had
don't
to
want
think
you
about
doing
that. I
it.
was like,
That's why. Because now for those of y'all don't know, Regina, she's kind of like she's one of these. But why? Why this? Why that? Why are your shoelaces tied? Why are your shoelaces white? Why is the wall white? Why is this wall behind us really green? That's how Regina is. Okay, that's why I had to say what I had to say. But
expound on that one, brother.
but sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
when a man don't want you to hold them accountable, it feels like control, and that's the last thing a man would want him. That would want a woman to do is to control him.
Yeah.
Now let me say this. Let me say this. That's the last thing a man will want from a friend. That's the last thing a man will want from his boss or his supervisor is to be controlled. Because if you controlling me, you're not gonna get the best of me.
Fact.
You're not gonna get the best of me.
But that's
Okay.
with him thinking that. Because he has that issue within himself. Now, what if the female is not trying to control? She's just
Exactly.
trying to
Exactly.
create a space. And I think
Exactly.
that's it for you to open up. You know?
Exactly. He should be willing to open up. But if you're not giving him that safe place, he's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
The only way is for him to do shut down. That's the safest place for him to be. On shutdown mode.
Yeah.
If you in his face telling him XYZ, okay, shut down. Let me
No,
go
because
sit-
I
let me-
would
let me
shut
go-
down
let-
if somebody did that with me.
Let me go.
I'm a
Let me
female, I
go.
would
Let me
shut
go
down.
sit in my car because that's his safe place. Sit in his car. Go
So,
ahead.
brother, you were saying something that's very profound. I don't know if you guys have ever read the book "Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus."
I've heard about it.
Great book, because most people deal with it from the relationship standpoint. However, it shows you the difference between men and women and how we react to situations. Women are more communal. Y'all will get together and y'all talk about it with your girlfriends. And y'all will come to some kind of resolution and y'all good to go. Men, we are not like that.
We ain't like that.
Like,
We're not built like that.
Retreat into
Yeah.
our cave.
Yeah.
And sometimes a woman does not understand that I need to stay in my cave
Yeah.
until I can work this out
Yeah.
for myself.
Yeah.
And when I'm ready, then I'll come out of my cave. Sometimes women try to go into the cave before the man is ready to come out. So that's where you meet a lot of adversity because you're not allowing that man to work through what he needs to work through.
Exactly.
I think that's where, especially when it comes, me being a believer, saved, that's where the discernment and being in prayer. And you just answered because I was looking at something that Pastor Charles put in, and he said, can two people heal going through together if they both work together in a friendship, if they both are in prayer together? It's just like what you said. Sometimes, and I'm looking at a female too, sometimes you need to be in that cave and you need to heal.
Yeah.
You need to be whole
Yeah.
before even friendships. Some things you just need to leave alone.
That's good. That's good. What your sister just
No.
said in the comments. That's good. She said, "Don't push a man. Just let him be ready when he's ready."
When he's ready, and like what you said,
because you can push a man trying to make him do something. Again, it's gonna feel like control.
it's going to feel like control, and
that's the last thing a man want is a woman or either anybody, not necessarily a woman, anybody for him to be feeling like, oh, you trying to control me.
Yeah.
You trying to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a lot of times some men are like that. And that's a whole nother
That's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation. But let me say this right here. And this is the reason why we having this men's conference. This is the reason why we having this men's conference. And these are the type of stuff that we're gonna talk about. It's gonna be a panel discussion. And I'm finna be real transparent. We're gonna talk about men that are married that struggle with masturbation. Men that are married that struggle with pornography.
Oh wow!
We've
done that. Yeah,
we're gonna talk about the nitty gritty stuff. Men that are married, they go to church every Sunday and pick them up and put them down and shout and run, but you still got a bad attitude.
Right.
You know, stuff like that. We just gonna talk about stuff like that. So with that being said. Again, this is why I said, y'all, I'm finna kind of switch gears a little bit. And this is why we've been so adamant about trying to get as many men as we possibly can and to get them to register. Because this conference that me, Tremaine, and Anson is doing, it's not just a regular like church conference. It's not going to be churched, or anything like that. A lot of people that's going to be participating and doing this, and they come from church, but at the same time, we want the ones that's hurt.
That's right.
We want the broken men.
Yeah.
We want the men that stepped away from church and said, "Man, forget you." The middle finger.
Yeah. But you want to pour into men.
It's like we want to pour into them,
and you want them to leave a different way.
Exactly. So I mean, it's gonna be a panel discussion. We're gonna have a DJ. We're gonna have a comedian. We're going to have a time where we can, just us as men, to come out and cry out to God and just pray.
Yeah.
And just pray and just pray and just cry out to God about whatever it is. Whatever it is. There's no little I's, no big U's. Nobody is using their title. Man, keep that stuff at home.
At the door. I'm about to
keep
say
it
at the door.
keep it at the door.
Yeah.
If that's what it is with you, man, listen. God bless you. But this right here, it's about souls. This is about souls. It has nothing to do with us trying to pat in our pockets or anything like that. Man, we trying to get these brothers saved.
That's right.
We trying to get these brothers saved. We want to see these brothers whole. We want to see these brothers walking in their purpose, whatever their purpose is. That's what we trying to do. And I mean, as of right now, we got some free tickets. We got some free tickets available. So if y'all want to get some of those free tickets, again, that's why I said, please like, tag, and share with some brothers that y'all would possibly know that need these types of conversations. Please like and share it, or either just, go to my Facebook page, go to Tremaine's Facebook page,
yes.
Go to Anson's Facebook page, and share that post with that brother, and tell him, hey man, they got some free tickets. So tell them just reach out to us, and get some of these free tickets. That way they can come. Also, if you want to sponsor a brother, one or two brothers, or either how many you want to sponsor, you can do that. You can do that as well. And you can reach out to me, Anson, or Tremaine, and we'll get you going.
That's right.
So
can you give them the date and the time?
Sure. And the date is November the 16th. And the time is going to start from 9 o'clock in the morning all the way up to 4 o'clock in the evening.
And the price?
Not 4:30 in the evening. And the price for the conference is just $25.
Okay. So, and the reason why I said that, because as a female, $25 from 9 to 4 with all these good panelists. Will you have a financial literacy person?
Financial literacy,
All of that.
You have all
childhood
of that.
trauma.
All of that.
Okay, so
All of that.
$25 is nothing.
That's nothing.
It's nothing.
That's nothing.
So, females, if you have a father, you have an uncle, you have a brother, if you have your son, please hit Face to Face up or Gerald up and on the inbox and
'Cause, I mean,
just talk to them. Yeah.
because I mean, it's gonna be we're gonna have a sex counselor there.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying? Stuff like
$25
that.
is good.
We're gonna have a sex counselor there. We're gonna have somebody that's gonna help you deal with your credit. You got stuff on your background. You need it expunged. Right then and there, we're gonna have somebody ready to be able to do that for you. Right then and there, they can set you up with that. You got financial issues, financial problems. You deal with childhood trauma. You deal with marriage stuff. Am I missing anything, Tremaine?
Nah, that's
Okay.
you hitting it off.
So I
You
mean,
hitting it off.
we're gonna have somebody there to help you deal with that type of stuff, and it's gonna break. We're gonna have breakout sessions.
Okay, my sister says that she would sponsor a single brother.
Oh, yo, thank you. Thank you. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
So
She said she would sponsor a single brother.
Yeah.
So, Dawn, I'll get with you, or you know how
Yeah.
to get in contact with Gerald. Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate
I think
that.
I may
So-
do that too. So I mean, $25 now because I've gone to conferences. It's been 100 and up.
yeah, and I mean this conference that we're doing, it's only $25.
Yeah.
And I think Marcus Harris, he's in the comments. He didn't say anything, but I can see him. He's gonna be one of the gentlemen there that's gonna be offering his services. So we got a lot of stuff going on, and guess what, y'all? All it's gonna be $25.
$25.
$25. And I'm serious. You know what? Some people that's too much.
Yeah.
$25, that's nothing. You can't even fill up your car with $25. All right, next topic.
So what I'm
Yes.
gonna do is I just want to address something that Kamisha put in there. What about a woman that has trust issues from previous relationships, but the current relationship they are in and it resembles the previous, and you have a difficult time healing? Kamisha, I can inbox you after the show. If you're having trust issues from a previous relationship, and this is why I tell male and female, you don't need to be dating. You don't need to be doing anything at all.
No, not right now.
You need to be healing right now.
Not right now.
And if it's resembling the previous relationship, you need to heal.
Yeah.
You just need time. You don't need to have no man, no women in your life right now. You need to really hear from God,
Yeah.
and you need to heal. And if
Yeah.
you need to get therapy, you need to get therapy. But Kamisha, I'll inbox you.
Yeah.
And if I can jump on to that, you also have to be careful because hurt people draw hurt people.
People. Thank you.
Hurt people will draw hurt people.
Until you get your healing, that's all you're going to draw in any relationship, whether
Yeah.
it's a romantic
I like that, yeah.
relationship or a platonic
Yeah.
relationship. You attract what you are.
Yeah, and I
So-
mean, I'm sorry,
No,
Tremaine. No.
go ahead,
And the thing about it is, Kamisha was sorry that we put it to you kind of harsh, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's okay to have friends. It's okay to have
It's okay,
friends.
but-
It's okay to hang out and go to dinner and stuff like that, and to have friends. But a personal relationship like we go together. I don't think so. I would not say so. If it takes years, let that be what it is. Okay,
Oh,
somebody
a call
calling
coming in. Yes. I was gonna say that next.
Somebody finna give us the business. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, it's y'all girl in Chicago, Pastor Angela Smith.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
how
I
are
am
you?
so excited. I am doing good, and I want to support you all. And of course, I'm sitting here drinking me a cup of coffee with some Krispy Kreme, and I'm thinking to myself,
That's one of our
they talking
sponsors.
my guys to talk today.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, by the way, you were one of our sponsors, and again, we definitely appreciate,
We appreciate
you
it.
sponsoring
Thank
a couple
you
of brothers.
so much.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, doesn't the Bible talk about that which we're able to do, we should do it?
Yeah,
And so, what better way to bless my brothers? And y'all, let me just put a cursor right there because I'm a divorcee. I divorced from a brother. Come on, I love my brothers, but I divorced from a pastor. But not one time have I ever thought God our brothers are in more trouble than maybe they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Because I'm in trouble too. But for the grace of God is what I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm in
Yes.
trouble as well, right? And so I love helping. You were first, men were first. And so I believe it is the ministry of the woman's job is to help as much as I possibly can.
Women
And
be on
what
fire,
better
boy.
way to help
They be
than
on
with some
fire.
coins? And guess what? I do have some trillions, but I keep them in the head because otherwise folk will keep me.
That's right.
You didn't hear what I just said. But guess what? But when I need to draw down some, I'm thankful, you all, that I'm able to draw down some coins and just help. Whenever, and you can call me anytime. Email me anytime. Message me anytime. I would love to be able to do that.
Thank you
So I
again
love
so
y'all.
much.
Amen. Love you too,
love
Angela.
you too. Thank you.
But look, I got to throw this out there. So someone in the comments says, "What about a woman that has trust issues from previous relationships?" And I think you all have kind of knocked that out of the park a little bit. But let me also say that how about this? How about sip in the room just for 20 seconds?
Go ahead.
What about the minister? What about the minister or the vessel, the fivefold ministry gift, or either some gifts we haven't discovered yet? What about being a pastor when I need ministry? Watch this. But I need my brother and sister. I don't necessarily need an apostle and prophet. But you want to preach to the woman who is going through a divorce.
That's right.
Yes.
What I need you to do is I need you to learn ethics.
Yeah, for real.
I need you to learn ministry
Bring
one-on-one.
order to that thing.
I need you to learn balance, because if I need you as a brother or a sister, you should be able to shift my entire atmosphere to talk to me like you love me as a brother or sister. I don't need you to be preaching to me when my husband just left. No, I don't.
Wow.
I don't, because me and God having this fight. I'm not gonna win it, but God and I were having the fight, y'all. Do you hear me?
Wow.
Yes.
But to be able to have you guys, real sisters and real brothers. I came on your show going through my divorce. To have you guys, real sisters and brothers, to sit balance-wise and be able to say the right things to me
That's right.
at the right time.
That's right.
Come on. Some of it was prophetic, brother. Some of it was prophetic, prophet. But then watch this. And so that's probably decent and in order. But I don't need a whole sermon, because you got to understand, I was one of the women of God, vessels of God, who loved her husband and would have never divorced. Come on.
Wow.
Loved him and stayed right there. Loved him when he come up out of prison. Knew the potential he had and asked
That's your
God, and
women's
God
conference
said,
right
yay. And I
She
stayed
on
with
fire
the
for the
Lord.
Lord.
And
For
watch
real.
it. And would have took him back had he come back. He didn't come back. He didn't come back.
Wow.
So watch this. So I can still be good in God. So I don't need you preaching to me. We need to learn some balance. I don't need you preaching to me, the woman who's went through the bad relationship.
Come on.
Or you could call it what you want to call it.
Yeah.
I need you to have mercy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I need you to have great balance. Let me say this, and I'm going to yield this mic. And that is, it is so important for us to remember. I teach this all the time, y'all. Do not allow another person to dictate your pain.
Come
Yes.
You can't. That's right.
Do not allow another person
To dictate your
when
pain.
you come out of it either. Because
Yes.
at the end of the day, this is what I tell people, and then I'm going to hang up for real. I tell people, I am healing. This was, he left in 2021, never came back, right? But I stood there. Even when the ink was wet, I still believed he was coming back, because I believe God called me to this marriage, because I married out of righteousness. I married in righteousness. I did not marry nobody's husband. I married my husband. Come on here. I helped push him. He started a business because I put my ear to the ground. And to this day, if I saw him on the street, I would never let him be hungry. But I'm telling y'all, I'm telling people currently, it's been 2021. I divorced in 2022. So what, almost 2 years, I'm ready to marry again, because God told me that I would. And I'm so honored for God to consider me in this way, because I'm not a eunuch. And guess what? And I like everything that comes along with marriage. Oh, you didn't hear me. I said I like everything.
We heard
Me
you.
too. Me too. I'm
And
there.
so
Of
watch
course.
this. Do you hear me? And so guess what? And so I'm waiting on God to send me that brother that shoe game is on. Somebody say, but wait a minute, she a preacher. Why she didn't say, make sure he's saved, born again? Because I don't have to tell God that. God already knows.
God already
I
knows.
need
God
his
already
shoe
know.
game to be
That's
on.
right.
I need his banking game to be on. Come on here. I need him to look good when he have on a pair of sweatpants. And watch this, y'all. And the Lord just told me, I'm doing your bidding, Angela. So when he sees you, you going to know him and he going to know you. I'm healing as I go.
Now watch this, Pastor Angela. Hold on before you drop the mic. Let me ask you this. Now let me ask you this right here. No woman should want a man that's got trust issues, right?
Come on.
Yeah, I ain't think so. All right. All right. Because I know you don't.
Because at the end of the day, watch this. If I judge you about what he did,
Yeah.
then I'm off. And I got trust issues too. But the devil is a whole lot. Because I trust God. Even in the midst of the way it happened, the way this man just left, right? And then turned around and told me he didn't say what he said. He told me I never loved him and was never in love with him. And I was married to him for 27 years. Y'all know what? I told him, I said, brother, it's hard for you to tell a woman who was in the house with you that loved you that would, look, I would turn over a whole city. Look, that man could sleep and I would build a city. And maybe that was the problem. Maybe the problem was I wasn't needy enough. Maybe the problem was is I just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Someone said recently on one of the social media platforms, they say, see, you got a lot of masculine energy. I said, no, you got a lot of feminine energy. We're talking about men of God. You would think a brother would be blessed to have a woman who is not needy. I don't need you to, I may let you take the ketchup top off sometimes, but I really don't need you to do that. But what I really need from you is affection. Come on here, somebody.
Yeah.
I need you to affection. I need love. And can I tell y'all something else? I'm really yielding the mic. Love ain't enough. I need your brain to be right. I need your mindset to be right. I need you to really love God with all your heart, because if you really love him, there's no way on the planet, y'all, I can love a man, really love him past his faults. He loved me past mine. And then I turn up one day and say, oh, by the way, I'm resigning from the church and I'm also resigning from there. The devil is a lie. I had to heal a lot, but I'm healing as I go. So I'm going on. I love y'all so much. I'm gonna listen.
I'm gonna call you next week. All right. God bless.
God bless. And I like what she said. Sometimes there's been a few times. I think I'm a good listener. Yeah. I've spoken with pastors. They'll call. I'm listening. I'm the friend. I'm not the minister anymore. I'm just listening. And then some people just need to vent. They don't need you to be judgmental. They don't need you. And I think I'm pretty good at that. But I like everything that she said. She said.
Yeah. Well, let me say this, because she triggered something. When she said something a few years ago. I mean, it's been a while ago now. But I went through a pretty ugly divorce with my second wife, and so. For me as a man, I felt like a failure, because here I am at 26, my second failed marriage. Y'all could judge me online if y'all want to. You know,
what you want to.
Well, they're gonna have to judge me too, because I was married twice too. So
me too.
Thank you.
My second failed marriage, and here I am serving in the church, growing, helping to grow this congregation, and the entire congregation knew that my wife was cheating on me. Wow. And didn't say anything to me.
Wow.
And the point that I'm making is this: if you're going to be a friend, then be a friend. Have the hard conversations. If you want a man to trust you, be willing to have the hard conversations. Now, would it have been easy to come to me and say, yo, Pastor Trey, you know, your wife is doing some grimy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't have been probably the easiest to talk to, but it would have raised some red flags to me. You know, it's hard to hear something like, oh, when are you moving? I heard your wife got a new job in Baltimore. Excuse me? I don't know nothing about moving.
Wow.
And even my pastor at the time knew what was going on.
Yeah, see that right there is wrong.
That's wrong.
Now, if I knew something, I'll be the first. If I consider you as a friend, I'm gonna be like, hey, this is what's going on. You know, what we gonna do? Well, because we in this together. But I'm talking about if somebody's going through a problem, and you know they need someone to talk to. Sometimes it's just good just to sit and listen to somebody and let them vent. And that's what I was saying. But that right there, I'm sorry, that was wrong.
And one of the things that I've learned, and this is where God has me. I can't speak for anybody else. I don't have trust issues anymore. I learned patterns.
That's
Okay.
good.
I don't have trust issues anymore. I learned patterns because I learned how to believe what I see the first time. I don't have to go back and check.
Yeah.
You done this brother or this sister done showed me how they are, and they've shown me who they are. Mm-hmm. It's not that I'm mad at you. Mm-hmm. It's not that I walk in unforgiveness. It's not that I walk in I can't think of this word, but I've learned people's patterns. Mm-hmm. I've learned who they are, and once I learn who you are, I'm only gonna allow you to come a certain distance. And I'm gonna keep you right there as far as I can see you, but I'm not gonna allow you to come all the way over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So again, I don't have trust issues. I've learned your pattern. I learned how you are. And once you've shown me how you are, okay, cool. Now I know who I'm dealing with. Okay, no problem. I ain't gonna bring it up. I ain't gonna throw it in your face. I'm not gonna talk about you. I just know that's how you are. Mm-hmm. Now I know who I'm talking to. Now I know who I'm dealing with. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of times, a lot of people, they see me, I'm always by myself. Mm-hmm. I take pictures by myself. Stuff like that. It's just my life. I'm just that guy. But I've learned people's patterns.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was like, nah, that's very good. And I think some people need to hear that. I think it took me time to learn people's patterns. Mine was just praying in discernment. If God showed me something and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I observe. I remain silent.
Yeah.
I observe and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I leave it alone. But it took me some time to get there because, you want people to like you. And they say you want to be a people pleaser. I'm saying I'm being transparent.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. But I like that when you said about the patterns. But to me, it's just more of discernment. I'm like, oh, they like that. Okay, I'm gonna pray for you. But I'm like,
I'm finna get on back. It's all right. Go ahead. You good?
I can love you from a distance. I pray for you though.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I think you told me that with someone.
Of course.
You told me because
course.
I really appreciate it because he was like, man, you need to.
I was like, say, bro.
I'm gonna say this, y'all. I'm a work in progress in that area. I mean,
It's just be honest.
I'm being honest.
He was like, you need to walk away from that, Regina. I was like, ow.
Trey said, bro, I ain't there. He said, I'm trying, but I ain't there.
I think the men and women of God do a disservice when we try to pose ourselves to be perfect.
Exactly.
And to show that we have it all together. And I'll be the first to tell you that I don't. I still have trust issues.
Yeah.
And there are times when I have to have conversations with myself. Like, nah, bro, you know that they ain't do nothing to you. You just making them work hard because of somebody else. Man, grow up. I mean, like, these are literal conversations that I have with myself. Sometimes with that, you have to really understand, is it the person that you don't trust or is that residuals from somebody else?
Yeah.
And you have to categorize that correctly so that you know how people are, or who people are. And like, I'm a big believer. One of my favorite quotes from Maya Angelou is, when a person shows them who they are, believe them.
Believe them.
right.
Yep.
I can't change you.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be in my space.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I can
Exactly.
forgive you, but we don't have to interact like that anymore. You no longer have that kind of connection to me, and people will try to manipulate you to make you think you haven't forgiven because you haven't given full access back. I would be crazy to allow you to hurt me and you have the same type of access to me that you had before. It's not a trust issue. Now it's called a boundary.
Now it's a
Now-
boundary. Yeah.
Oh my God! So
Yeah.
I am so glad because I would want you to repeat it again. But the reason why is because I had something happen the other day, and it was basically asked to forgive someone, and I like what you said. You can't dictate. And it's called boundaries because I was like, even though I didn't do anything, I'm gonna forgive this person. But okay,
Yeah.
I'm done with you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll still laugh. I'll still kiki. I'll still
Yeah.
be cordial.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, not again.
Listen, my mama used to say, handle them with a long handle spoon.
Handle with a long handle
Forgive
spoon.
them. You got to
Yeah.
forgive them. I'll forgive you. but you're not in that. You're not in that same space.
Exactly.
And God was blessing me
Yeah.
to bless them. And I'm like, okay, Lord. I said, now you're gonna have to really speak to me to really
Yeah.
bless them.
Yeah.
again.
So I've learned, I mean, to, you know, it's at the end of the day, and I'm finna say it might be a little bit raw or too much raw. Either it's gonna peace or either you're gonna have silly Negroes in your ear.
yeah.
One of the two.
One of the two. Which
One
one
of
you
the
want?
Mm-hmm.
Take your pick.
One of the two.
You're gonna have silly Negroes in your ear. If you're gonna have silly Negroes in your ear, you're not gonna have peace. Mm-hmm. You know, and just to kind of reel it back in, because we're talking about men that have trust issues, and I've learned this with myself and a lot of men that I know. You know, when a man's money is funny, when his change is strange, chances are he can't hit his mind. Chances
can't
are
hear.
he can't hear from God. Chances are, if his money is strange, his money is funny, and all this stuff. Now, this for married folk. He can't even do the huckabuck with you. Okay, y'all tighten up. I figured that's what y'all was
doing
gonna
to do.
Y'all were gonna tighten up because I said huckabuck. But at the same producer, he laughing too. But at the same time, when a man money ain't where it need to be, he cannot give he cannot give his wife, he cannot give his fiance or either his anybody what they need because his mind is all over the place. He trying to figure this out. He trying to figure that out. He trying to figure this out. He trying to figure that out. And that's why. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that because that ain't none of my business. I just know what I know. But sometimes the Lord just give me stuff, and I'm like, nah, I don't supposed to know that, but I know.
Well, brother, that's because we've been so taught for so long to tie our value
To money.
to who we are, to money. If we can't provide, then you ain't a man.
You ain't a man, and that's not what it is.
If you don't make a certain amount of money, then you not a man. I never forget when I was young and I was out there dating. This girl asked me, "Well, do you have a car? And do you have life insurance? And do you have this, that, and the other?" And I'm like, "Yo, I sure do.
Yeah.
But do you?
But do
Thank
you?
you.
How about
Don't
that?
expect me to
And she
have
probably
something
didn't.
that you don't have."
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm walking by you because I'm going to my car in the parking lot, but you're at the bus stop. Hey,
So which one you want? What now?
right.
Yeah, what now? So
Dating
you know.
right now is so weird because the emphasis is on what you have, and of course you want somebody to have a job, and of course you want them to have good credit. But that to me is so degrading, especially
Yeah.
when you're asking someone if they have it and you don't even have it.
You don't have it yourself. And that's why I go back to both of you have to be 100%.
You got to be 100%.
Now I might not, and let's brothers. I'm gonna talk to you directly. Get out of this mindset that you're less than a woman because she makes more than you.
Bro.
The statistics show that there are more black women that are in college, which means that there are more higher paid black women than there are black men.
Yeah.
Our value isn't tied to the amount of money that we bring to our household. Our value is tied to the amount of love that we bring to our household. At the end of the day, if a woman sees that you're trying, she's going to go above and beyond
Above
to
and
make
beyond.
sure that everything is taken care of. All you got to do is try.
Just try.
If you're working at McDonald's, you trying.
You trying. Of course, don't stay right there.
No, right. That's not the place
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
stay. You
Yeah.
try to work to get somewhere else, but too many times, I hear brothers say, the woman's degrading me. I don't trust her. But bro, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
We have to do our parts too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't keep pointing the finger at everybody else. Self growth comes when you realize, hey, I'm playing a part of this too.
Yeah. Yeah. So Tremaine, talk a little bit about this men's conference.
So this men's conference, y'all, is something that one is needed. I troll Eventbrite from time to time, and notice that there's a million women's conferences. It's never anything for the men. So Cry Loud and Spare Not is something that was curated for us. And it is a place that will be safe. There will be no women there. They won't help us set up. They ain't cooking nothing. It's
Nothing.
all us, bro. So this is a place where you can come and just be vulnerable and say, "Hey, bro, you know what? I'm struggling in this area." And we keep stressing the fact that there's no titles because sometimes people hinge too hard on their titles and they lose their identity as a person because they're so wrapped up in their titles.
Yeah.
That's not what this event is about
At all.
I'm coming as Trey. I'm coming as a brother who is struggling just like you are. And I want to get my healing, but I also want to see you get your healing.
Exactly.
So brothers, we're going to have some heavy hitting discussions. We're going to peel back the layers of some things. Just come ready, come open and ready to receive what God's going to do
Exactly.
through the men that day.
Because we're gonna talk about that bad attitude.
For sure.
We're gonna talk about that pornography. We're gonna talk about masturbation. We're gonna talk about how you talk to your wife. We're gonna talk about that stuff. How
Your
you handle,
priorities.
how you handle your kids.
Self-control.
and you don't handle them correctly, and then you wondering why you're not getting the progress that you need to get. The reason why you can't find no job. All of that type of stuff. We're gonna talk about that stuff. And this ain't got nothing to do with leaning back and grabbing the mic and
Nah, we ain't hollering.
no. We're not turning up. We're not turning up. Even though that's who I am, I'm not even gonna prophesy. I hope I don't. I'm not finna be doing that because this is not what this is about. This is about us coming together, getting what we need from God and seeing you get what you need from God. So if y'all know any brothers that might want to come to this conference, don't hesitate to reach out to us.
For sure.
Don't hesitate to reach out to me, Anson, or Tremaine. Because I'm just being honest about it. A lot of men are prideful. A lot of men are prideful. I ain't finna tell them my stuff. You be surprised. You be surprised if I called out some names, some of the men that have told us some stuff that they have told us. I'm not gonna do that because that's not what it is. But you'd be surprised.
And brothers, you'll be surprised that your struggle is not just your struggle.
You're not
There's
by yourself.
other brothers that are dealing with the same thing, and they're dying in silence because there's no avenue. So
Exactly.
here's your opportunity to save your own life.
Just save your own life. Help save you.
Help save you.
For real. Go ahead, Miss Regina.
I wanted to say this. If someone else wants to call in, 469-708, and I'm looking at the time, 8609, please call in. We're about to end this podcast. This right here has been so good. I know we're going to have a part 2.
Yeah.
And again, sisters, if you have a father, a brother, uncle, son, nephew, please, if you can sponsor them and just hit Gerald up or, just go on face to face, just inbox us, or even Pastor Tremaine, and let's just do this. I'm excited.
Yeah, let's do it.
And
Let's get it going.
my prayer is that you have more than, because what is the projection? Because I'm 200. I'm praying 200. That you have more than 200, and that the atmosphere is set so that they are coming in and they're just hungering and they're and they're open, that they'll be open, to receive, and just feel comfortable just pouring, just saying what needs to be said. Yeah,
exactly.
So.
Don't worry about who's looking at you.
Yeah,
Right.
Don't worry about who's watching you or they looking at me, they pointing at me. Man, don't even worry about that. It's just you and God. Come get what you need from God.
And one more thing about this conference, it's going to be an unplugged conference. We're not allowing any cameras.
No cameras.
No
Oh,
Facebook
okay.
Live.
No Facebook
because
Live,
this is a
no
place,
recording.
Right. This is a place for us to be able to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And if I need to cry in worship of my God, I need to be able
To get
to
ugly,
do that.
Yeah.
I need to be able to do it.
Without it being broadcast to the world.
Yeah,
So
no,
brothers,
that's
listen,
understandable.
we are looking out for you. I know that's another area that we struggle in. Listen, no cameras, no nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, you may be able to grab a selfie here or there, but no video.
No.
is
I mean,
allowed.
we're going to have a photographer, but those type of pictures won't be taken. We won't be doing this. Nobody's, we're not trying to embarrass anybody.
For sure.
This is between you and God. You getting on your face or getting on your knees with your hands lifted because you're trying to get something from God.
That's
you want
right.
you want to be whole. Because you tired of yourself. You tired of you.
Myself, yes.
You tired of you. It's done been plenty of time. Man, I tell you, Joe, I'm tired of you. Bro, I'm tired of you. You getting on my nerves now. You need to stop. You need to stop thinking like that. There ain't nobody saying nothing about you.
Yeah.
That's your imagination. Now stop. Just stop it.
But you know what I'm gonna tell you? And I hear this, get ready, get ready, get ready.
Yeah.
Because this right here,
Yeah.
you're gonna have another one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're planning another like maybe 6 months, if you want to have it on a yearly, but God is gonna open the door. God is gonna open the door. You're gonna have more. This is not gonna be the last. You're gonna have more.
Definitely.
Amen.
And God is gonna send more. Yeah.
Definitely. Well,
Yeah.
You got anything else? If not, we done.
I'm done.
We done. All right.
I'm done.
Peace, y'all.
It's been real.
It's been real. Peace of the Middle East and hair grease. In the Middle East with hair grease. I don't know where you're going to get it from, but yeah. Of course, you see what I got. Nothing. Man, that was good.
Wake up and smile, 'cause it's been a while. It's been like a whole day since I stopped so you could hold me. This child awaits, strong in the faith. Lord, you are the refuge that I can't wait to get to, 'cause I can't let a day go, can't let a day go by without thanking you for the joy that you bring to my life. And ooh, there's something about the way your sun shines on my face. It's a love so true, I can never get enough of you. This feeling can't be wrong. I'm about to get my worship on. Take me away. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When trouble seems to rain on my dreams, it's not a big deal. Let it wash all the bugs off my windshield, 'cause you're